President, this amendment is a sense of the Senate amendment on a weapon system that is critical to the United States Air Force from an intelligence gathering standpoint. And it has to do with the re-engineering of the Joint STARS weapon system. Real-time intelligence is critical to our warfighters in fighting the ongoing wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, just as in all other military conflicts. Secretary Gates and our military leadership have consistently highlighted to us the importance of collecting and disseminating critical intelligence and battlefield information to our troops on the grounds and theaters of conflict, such as Iraq and Afghanistan. One of the most effective ISR assets operating today is the Air Force's E-8C Joint Surveillance Target Attack Radar System, also known as Joint STARS or JSTARS. JSTARS has proven itself to be a critical asset to our military since deploying to Iraq in 1991. It's one of the most highly tasked systems in our fleet today. Our commanders in the field are constantly asking for JSTARS so they can assess its tremendous ISR capability to give them a long-range view of the battlefield and detect moving targets in all weather conditions. There is no other current or programmed aircraft or weapon system that can provide the detailed, broad area ground moving target indicator and airborne battle management support for the warfighter than JSTARS provides. Chief of Staff of the Air Force, General Norton Schwartz, has stated that the Air Force is an all-in for the joint fight. JSTARS is truly a joint platform. Flown by a mixed active-duty Air Force Air Guard unit, it operates with an Army and Air Force mission crew, and in Afghanistan, also with a Marine. It also supports missions of all of the military services. With over 55,000 combat hours and 900 sorties flown by only a handful of airplanes over Iraq and Afghanistan, JSTARS has directly contributed to the discovery of hundreds of IEDs. Having flown with the 116th Air Control Wing out of Robins Air Force Base in Warner Robins, Georgia, I have seen firsthand the remarkable capability that JSTARS can bring to the battlefield in support of our warfighters. Although developed and built to fight the Cold War for tracking Soviet troop movements, JSTARS is an integral part of today's battlefield and will be even more relevant in the near future. JSTARS needs to be modified with new engines to keep this critical asset available to better support our soldiers. Air Force studies show that the airframe is sound and will be useful well beyond 2050. JSTARS faces limitations and operational restrictions because the engines are the original 1960s era engines. They have never been replaced. They are old and expensive to operate and maintain. Replacing them is a safety issue as well as an operational necessity. What this sense of the Senate resolution does is to provide for the funding for the re-engineering of the JSTARS weapon systems as they exist today. And it is my hope that in conference that the chairman and the ranking member will do what they can to make sure that this funding is available. And I've talked with Senator Inouye as well as Senator Cochran about this. They are well aware of the value of this weapon system. It has been funded in the House appropriation bill, and by adopting this sense of the Senate, it sends a strong message for the conferees to do everything possible to make sure that the appropriate funding will be available when this conference report returns to the Senate. And with that, Madam President, I would yield back.